Welcome my fellow citizens. Today I have something magnificent for you. I'm using my Pimax VR headset and I'm gonna show you the ship behind me. I don't know if you can see it because it's total dark. That is Idris and I want to see how this thing looks in VR. Even from this position, this thing looks grandiose. Wow, just absolutely crazy. Also, this helmet that I'm wearing, they did such a good work. This actually looks like the real head inside. Wow. So in 4.6 update, there was some new stuff added. The VR was improved. And this is the docking color. Wow, this looks completely different when you are actually here. Here we are. Welcome to Idris. So the UI is a little bit more improved. It's easier to see. Oh god, this looks so steep in VR. Ooh, wow. Now we use our ship to collect some Molina samples. Look at down there. We have a lot of stuff. Damn, these stairs look scary vertical. Captain quarters. Let's see the captain quarters first. After all, I'm here. Oh my god, this looks dark. Oh, and I never thought this is so dark here and scary. It feels like alien is preying on you. Open the door. So these are the captain quarters. A lot of stuff here is missing. They have to improve this. Bed. Yeah. Looks really nice. But a lot cold. When I'm normally here without VR, this doesn't look so cold. Oh, I want to check mess hall. Damn, I have to check a lot here. Wow. Where is all the crew? Oh, look at the upstairs. Windows are open. This is crazy. I feel like I'm in Star Trek ship. The hallways look rather really nice. When I'm playing in 2D, I always feel like I'm gonna hit with my head on something, and in VR, it doesn't look like that. It looks much more natural. That's the port side. We're gonna visit the bridge a little bit later. We're gonna run all the way at the back of the ship and enter here. Damn, I always wanted to enter this room in a real life, and in VR, you actually can do it. This is the room where we have a briefing. And look at this hologram of Idris. I know in 2D this doesn't look something special, but here it actually floats in front of me. It feels like I can touch it. Wow. Now I also had to mention that the improvement on VR are also in this shaking apart. There's no more shaking. Like my VR is now perfectly stable. And I'm not getting nauseated. I haven't done any updates. I haven't used the VR for over a month because I was in my home country. Now I'm back here in Germany again. But still, I don't get sickness anymore. I feel perfectly fine using the VR set. So I like that these improvements are done. This is the control room. Damn, this looks awesome. Wow. These holographic interfaces are just phenomenal. This is how everything in Star Citizen should have. A big screens. Right now we have so many little screens, but these are really, really good. And here we are in the hangar. Oh my god. This is freaking huge. Look at these cargo boxes, they are so huge. Normally they don't look big. I mean, you cannot see it, but what I can explain to you, this is really, really big. When I compare it to my character, it's almost double of my size. God, crazy, crazy. I would never expect that this is so big. Using a VR changes your perspective completely. Alright, time to visit the bridge. So I want to tell you also, if you are interested to getting one of the Pimax VR headset, all you have to do is go to the description of this video. There will be link to both Pimax Lite and Super, and you will have a good discount if you use my link. And these are the stairs that leads to the bridge. Oh my god. This is so high. Unbelievable. Like actually this looks scary to climb. In real life, if you were climbing this, you would be really tired. Crazy. Doors are open. Welcome to the bridge. This is also really completely different. These here stairs, they look so bigger in VR. It's clearly divided, this upper and down part of the bridge with the VR, while when you're playing normally it's almost everything connected. Here it's still connected, it's beautiful open bridge, but it's much higher than it was before. And finally, wow, in VR this is absolutely different. Everything is in glass. You do not have that feeling. Yes, it is in glass when you are playing, but right now I feel I can just fall out immediately. Oh, I want to fly this thing now. Let's go sit in a pilot seat and go away from the Seraphim. Alright, here we are in the orbit of Selin. Let's put some light on this bridge. God, this is huge. Let's zoom. Oh my god. I feel like I'm flying above the bridge. Even when you enter the zoom mode, it's also in 3D. This is crazier than in real life. If you in real life use the camera, you will still be in 2D, but this is freaking 3D. Using VR headset, I've learned that everything is much more massive. And look at this here part. Wow. Like in 2D, this looks like you can step without any problem onto this, but in 3D, this is like huge gap between. It feels like you can fall through. Oh, they also fixed the guns. Now you can fire much better. Jump. Oh my god. Ooh, I felt fear for the moment when I jumped out. Felt like I'm actually falling into the void. The hell. This is magnificent, guys. This feels like I'm standing in a real life near a huge ship on the water, like, I don't know, something that's moving cargo. This is absolutely huge. And to think that this thing is a massive warship, just the size of these Vito's. Oh my god, I'm shaking. And look at this massive laser. I'm not lying, this is actually bigger than house. Wow. Just look how huge this thing is. What the hell is this? Never imagined that Idris is so big. I know it's big, but the scale right now, it's leaving me breathless. I know I'm supposed to tell you what I see, but for the moment I'm just speechless how huge Idris really is. Just a tiny little person, just the size of the normal size 5 guns. Damn. Imagine this if we had this in real life. This is the closest that we can get to it in a real life. Absolutely crazy. Even these point defense cannons or turrets or whatever the CG call them now are huge, guys. They're bigger than me. Damn. I always think this thing is very small, but this actually is bigger than me. Crazy. And look at that planet over there. And the bridge. Whoa. Huge, guys. This is the camera here. This camera is huge, or radar, or whatever it is. I'm astonished how huge Idris is, guys. There are no words to explain this. There's one more thing that I want to try. I want to land this thing in my hangar in Orison and to see how actually this thing is big when I'm standing near it. Damn, I feel like I'm gonna fall down. Alright, let's fly in our... Wow. Crazy experience, guys. Absolutely crazy. You have to have a VR to experience this. If you don't own it, if you cannot afford it, well, go find a friend who has it, asks around, go somewhere to try this. This is just mind-blowing. Alright guys, here it is. Actually in my hangar. Damn, the freaking size of this thing. I am blown away. I feel so small near this ship. It's absolutely crazy big. This thing is huge, massive. Wow. I'm gonna try to open the door and enter the sea. Whoa. This is so big that underneath you can park whatever you like. Okay, cargo doors are opening. I'm even scared how I'm going to climb this thing. Damn, this is so vertical. Ooh. Damn, how are we even able to climb this thing and not fall down? This is so vertical. When you are in 3D, sometimes you have a completely different perspective. I think the only good ramp in Star Citizen is Asgard's ramp, because it is really long and on the right angle, but this one is just too scary. Using a tractor beam in VR, it surely looks like magic. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna fall down. Ooh. Look at that. The tractor beam in VR. That thing is so amazing. These flying parts in front of you. Normally you never look at that thing, but when you are using it in VR, this is simply amazing in VR and Star Citizen. The smallest details, like this freaking tractor beam, can take your attention for minutes because it is so cool. Just look at the thread coming out of this thing. Absolutely amazing. I would never expect the tractor beam looks so amazing in 3D, but yet it does. That was it, my fellow citizens. This was the biggest ship in Star Citizen in VR, and it's absolutely crazy. Everything that I see here in 3D is just, I don't know how to explain it, mind-boggling. Even this armor, you see the thing is really nice when you are playing the game, but when you are in 3D, just this helmet, just parts on it, wow. I hope that the Pimax will one day let me to check the OLED. I think that will be even better than this one. So thank you for watching, my fellow citizens. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. If you want to have a VR headset, link is in the description. You definitely have to try this one time. Until next video, have fun out there.